With amplified urgency, provinces are getting ready to receive their shares of the COVID-19 vaccine. Some 200 centres have been identified to receive and distribute the vaccine. Most provinces are yet to announce their final plans. Reporter Heidi Jokos is finding out what is happening across the country. So what do we know about the status then of the various provinces?
So, Jeremy, what we do understand is that a number of provinces are yet to announce their plans, specifically Gauteng as well as Mpumalanga and the Free State. We know that they are set to have briefings only next week, when some provinces will already have received their doses of the vaccine. But if we take a look at some of the provinces that have already announced some of their plans, if you take a look at the Northwest, we know that 21 vaccination sites have been identified, 500 doses per day, made up of 10 doses per vial, 50 vials per box. An observation area has been identified for the healthcare workers who will be inoculated. Perhaps they encounter an allergic reaction and they'll be monitored for 15 minutes. Training of nurses and healthcare workers is underway. If you move over to the Free State, they are still set to brief only next week, but they have some indication of 47 vaccination sites for phase 1. Phase 1 is healthcare workers only, and we know that 30 collection sites have been identified, 17 private hospitals as vaccination sites. KwaZulu-Natal briefed on Tuesday and they have a full plan. They are expecting the vaccine to arrive on the 14th of Feb, and we do know that over 160,000 are eligible for the vaccine. 91 vaccination sites have been identified. The Eastern Cape, we spoke to them yesterday and they've indicated that there will be 571 vaccinators that are going to be employed. Each vaccinator will administer 50 vaccines, so that's over 28,000 vaccines that will be administered. Schools, churches and community centres will be identified as vaccination sites. They are expecting to have the vaccine as early as next week, Tuesday, and we do know that it's over 60,000 doses, and they will already start inoculating by Wednesday. So they are way ahead of schedule. And the Western Cape, we do know they are actually currently briefing on further plans, but 378 vaccination sites, over almost 2,000 healthcare workers have been trained, and over 100,000 eligible to be vaccinated. More than 400 vaccinators, which will administer about 40 to 50 vaccinations per day. And what's important to note, Jeremy, is that the Northern Cape just had their briefing, and we know that 14,000 frontline workers are eligible for the vaccine. This is for phase 1, and they are expecting over 40,000 doses to land in the province next week, and they'll also be ready as early as next week, Wednesday, to inoculate the first dose of the vaccine for their healthcare workers. So it seems that some provinces are already on track, with some still trying to get their draft plan finalised.
Heidi, very quickly, it's that 40,000 figure I just want to pick up on very quickly. The way I see it, there are three outstanding questions then. It's the split of the vials of the vaccine per province. It's the actual process of getting the jab and the training of these vaccinators. I suspect we're still looking for more clarity in that respect.
Most definitely, Jeremy. It seems as though some provinces will be receiving more, and I think that's all dependent on how many healthcare workers are in the province, and also the training, which is extremely important, and the vaccinators that they will need to acquire. So there's still some uncertainty with regards to the finer details, and also making sure that the transportation of the vaccine to the various centres is done in a proper way, because we do know the vaccine needs to be kept between 2 and 8 degrees. So we'll get further clarity on those matters.
All right, Heidi Jokos, thank you. Now let's take